Hello, it's Crafty Carol here with another little video for you, and today I want to talk about using the masks with this gorgeous bundle, the Enduring Beauty one, and it comes as a stamp set with this beautiful big image here. It's always been you, love and lots of nice sentiments as well, plus some little tiny flowers with a fill-in stamp to go with the tiny flowers. And it comes with dies. The bundle has dies which cuts out the big image. It has a lovely dotted edge, little edged sentiment frame, lots of extra leaves, flower buds and things like that. And these little dies cut out the little small flower stamp as well. But as part of the suite it comes with, I think it's a whole suite, I think it's a suite. It comes with the decorative masks as well. And these are, I just get them to show you. Oh, everything's stuck together. Oops, stuck to its packet. There we go. These are 1, 2, 3, 5. I think it is. They're all numbered. There's a little tiny number up in this corner. I don't know if you can see it, but it says number 1. And then the next one obviously is number 2, number 3, etc, etc. And 2 and 3 are the leaf masks, and number 1 is the main flower to colour the flower, and the final two, no, that's the final one, the 5 is the centre of the flower again, and you've also got an outline stamp, this one, which just puts a sort of extra colour around the stamp, which is rather nice, around the flowers. So I'm going to give you my tips for doing this. I have already stamped the stamp. You need a big block or a stamparatus, by the way. It fits the big block. And the stamparatus, just move that out the way. So I've already stamped that. I've been a bit mean with the card. Just fits, which is fine. But I am going to suggest you use some of this, which is a temporary tape. I can't remember what it's called. I got it from Amazon. And if you just put a little bit of that on the back, it rubs off. If once you've used it, you just rub it and it comes off. And I'm going to use that to just stick to my mat. And then it's not going to move around. And I also, when I'm putting these masks on, I've put tape at the top and bottom. So you line up the mask with your image. So I'm just making sure that's lined up properly. And then I can stick it down both ends. I've got both things stuck so they're not going to move. That's the important thing when we're doing this. I've got all my inks here. I've decided I want sort of varieties of yellow. So I've got Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry and Pumpkin Pie for the flowers, Lemon and Lime Twist and Old Olive. I might actually change that and go Garden Green. Or Granny Apple Green. Shall I go Granny Apple? No, I think I'll stick with the Lemon and Lime Twist and the Old Olive. Got a yellowy touch. So I'm going to start off, and the other thing you need, of course, is blending brushes. Sometimes they stain when you've coloured them with a very dark. Don't worry about that. As long as they're properly washed, they'll be clean and you can use them. So I'm going to use quite a big one to do the flowers, and we're going to start off with the lighter colour. And if you do that, then you can use the same blending brush to go darker and darker. What you can't do is use a dark colour and then try and use a lighter colour, because it'll just get all messed up on the blending brush. But that saves washing too many blending brushes or needing to buy too many blending brushes. So we just pick up the colour on the brush, which I just rub it round basically, and it'll pick up the colour from the pad, as you can see. So I'll get a nice deep load of colour there. Then I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper. This is a disgusting piece of scrap paper, but hey, it's a scrap, that's the whole point. And I'm just going to dab to make sure I haven't got anything too heavy on there. And then I can start to move over the mask. And I'm going to start off and just very lightly just come over the whole mask with a sort of circular motion. And because I've got everything stuck down, then it's not moving. So I can just put down the colour just very gently like that. And I can just keep going with as much colour as I actually want to put on. So I want a fairly deep yellow. I want these to be nice and yellow, these flowers. So I'll just pick up some more colour there. Dab it off. I don't think it might not be fully necessary, but I like to do that just to get rid of any particularly sort of blobs of colour. I don't want it blobbing. It has a little bit there, but actually that's in a great place for my flowers, so I'm happy with that. So that's my first mask. And then to clean the masks, it's actually really simple. You can either run them under water or just wipe them down with a cloth. So I'm going to move that mask now because I'm happy. Take my bits of tape off because I'm going to reuse those. This is just low tack tape that I've used here, so it peels off nicely. So here's my mask. Can't move that, I've stuck it down. But hopefully you can still see. If I use my cloth here, I can just wipe the mask clean actually. So you can wash them in water or just wipe them. They just wipe beautifully because they're just, yeah, they're just a sort of plastic mask. So I'll leave that out to dry and then we'll get the next one in. So I'm going to carry on doing my flowers first, I think. So again, I'm going to line it up and you can see through it beautifully. So it's easy to line up. Make sure it lines up exactly with the edges of my flowers. Haven't quite got that lined up properly. Hang on. This is the fiddly bit, lining these up. Why can't I get these exactly lined up? There we go. There is a notch here, and one thing that I did actually try but decided I didn't actually need to. That's better. Is that you can, if you mark where the V is, then you can just place this down in exactly the right place. So I am just going to fiddle with this to get it just right. I don't want it going where I don't want it going. There we go. That's better. Don't know why I couldn't get it lined up first, but take your time over getting it lined up because it really will help. So I'm going to use the same blending brush because I'm going from a lighter colour to a darker colour, which is okay. As I say, don't ever be tempted to go from a darker colour to a lighter colour because that way lies madness and chaos. So again, I'm just going to pick up the colour. And you can see if I dab it on here, this is a much darker colour, so I want to make sure it's not too heavy. So I'm just going to, again, rub over the mask with this. And this just adds depth to the flower. Now, obviously you can colour this image with blending brushes if you wanted, instead of using, with stamping blends, or stamping right markers, but stamping blends, and get a similar effect just by using the blends. But I have to say, I think this is a lot easier using the masks. I really like that. So that's my second one. So again, we'll put it away. I'll just clean this mask. I do want to clean the masks sort of straight away because it does help. It does help to get rid of the ink while it's still fairly wet. So I would always clean your masks straight away. Put that next to the other one to dry. Just laying it on top of a box there, which just gives it a little bit of air around it. So can you see already? I've got the shading, and if you line them up, see how the shading is exactly where you want it. How good is that? And then we can get the final one for the, oh, it's stuck to my stamp. The final one, again, make sure the V is in the same place, and we're going to line this up. So this time I'm lining it up so that it's going over the centres of the flowers. This is going to just add a bit more colour to the flower centre. Now it's already quite dark because it's, again, just try and make sure this is lined up properly. Yeah. No, not up there. That's it. So we'll line that up properly, and again I'm going to stick it down using my low tack tape, which I'm reusing the whole time, even though I've got a hair on that one, it doesn't matter. And this time I'm using pumpkin pie, so I'm going darker again, so I shall use the same blending brush. Again, take that off and just add in some colour into the centres of my flowers. And when we take this off, well, stuck down so well I can't get it off. There we go. And again, I'm going to clean this first before I put it away. Make sure that's clean. And there you can see, obviously this is stuck down. I'll show you in a minute when I finish the leaves as well. But you can just see how nicely that's just coloured in this beautiful image. So then we have our leaf stamp. Again, we've got the outline leaf, and then we've got the veins on top. So I'm going to start with the outline leaf. So again, we'll line this up as carefully as possible with the image. And as I say, it really is worth taking your time to get this as lined up as you possibly can. Oh, don't let it move while I go and get my tape. With my hair on, I must take that hair off. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use this blending brush now, thank you very much. But I'm actually going to use this one because it's already a greeny sort of blue colour, this one. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to start off with my light colour, which is my Lemon Lime Twist. I might go darker with this. We're going to see how it looks. So I'm going to pick that up. No, I think that's going to be all right, actually. And then just pop it on through the masks. And you see, I don't have to be careful because it's not going anywhere. The masks stop it going all over my desk, stop it going all over the image where I don't want it to. Just beautiful. So I do hope that you have a go at this because it's just such great fun. And it's quite quick. You can see how quick it is. So that's that one. So again, pick that up. And because I've stuck the image down, I don't need to worry about it moving. That is the biggest and greatest thing about using that non-permanent adhesive, the tape, the temporary tape. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up and try and put it on the blog when I put this up in the blog. I will try and find the proper name for it. It's jolly useful. Anyway, then we have just the mask that covers the leaves, the veins in the leaves. So again, I want to make sure I'm lining it up properly and stick it down. And now I'm going to go for Old Olive. Again, I'm going from a lighter green to a darker green, so I can use the same brush. You can use separate brushes if you want. It really, if you're going light to dark, you don't need to. And that just saves on the washing it all up, really. So now I'm going to put that in, and it covers in as well some of the little stems on the flowers and on the leaves. So there we go. That's coloured that in beautifully. See how quick this is. I love these masks. I think they're just beautiful. So we'll take that one off, and there we have our finished picture. So let me just take it all off. Just do the cleaning on this one. So you see how simple they are to use and how quick and easy they are to clean as well. So that's all cleaned. I just need to dry, ready for next time. Put that one there to dry too. And here is my image, which I can now ease off my temporary tape, which I can just rub it off my glass desk with my cloth. And on the back of the card here, I can just rub it. I'm actually going to stick it down anyway when I'm doing it, so I don't need to worry too much. But you can just rub it. I just want to be careful. I'm not sticking it back on a wet piece of grass there. But if you just rub it with your finger, can you see how it just comes off? I rub that off. Obviously got ink on my finger. Be careful about that. So I've rubbed that tape off so that there's nothing sticky now, so it won't stick anywhere. But there, hope we can see it properly. That's how it comes out with the different colours. How nice is that? So you see how that is just lovely. My centres of my flowers perhaps aren't exactly lined up, but they're close enough. Happy with that. So now to make the card, I can just cut it out using the dies. We'll just move this all out of the way. So I can now use my big die to cut it out, choose my sentiment, one from here or one from another set, and make it up into the card that you'll see at the top of the blog. So if you want to see the completed card, it's on the front of the sort of introduction slide to this video, and it's also in my blog, and all the instructions and a bit more information about the masks and getting them with the bundle are all in my blog at craftycarolscards.co.uk. The link is actually under the video, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for joining me today. Bye for now.